Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shaw Craft One at my old barn door, and I am here to have a chat and a collage session with y'all. I know I've been gone for a while, so I thought I owed y'all an explanation. So, I know you all know that we have been moving, and of course, with things that you plan, things don't always go as planned. So it's been we've had a few bumps in the road. Let me just put it that way. So I thought I would just do some collaging while we chit chat. And so I have these. These are just some pages out of a book that I had got, and they're more of the glossy pages. And sometimes we don't always want to use the glossy pages. So I thought, well, why not collage on the glossy pages? So I think that's what we will do today. And I think I'm just going to kind of start. I was going to see if I could find, I think this is just like a signature of this book. Yeah, so see, there's the center of the signature. So I think we're just going to collage on these pages and then just kind of keep adding to it. And then, we can make some tags or something out of it later on. So, but anyways, I just kind of wanted to give y'all something to look at while I run my mouth, because y'all know I'm the world's best at running my mouth. So, actually, I think I want to do these two first. See if I can fit these together. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do these two first before we start with the signature. And I may just rip those out and just kind of add them to it. So I've got some scraps over here, a little tray of scraps, and I thought we could just use these and kind of get them out of the way. I am in my new craft room at Mom's house, so that's a plus. It's not organized at all, but I'm in here, so that's what matters, I guess. So I was just going to kind of tell y'all why it has taken, I did not expect it to take me 2 weeks to be able to start videoing again. But I had a little something happen, so I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I guess 2 weeks ago was the last time I did a video, and I think that was the clusters video. And so after I did that video, I started breaking down everything in my craft room and getting everything ready to move and all of that. And so the first weekend, we got a U-Haul truck, and we were just going to order a small U-Haul truck. We were going to order a 10-foot U-Haul truck to move my craft room and all of the things that we felt like we would need at Mom's house. So we were just going to move all of that stuff first and then go from there. So when we went to get the truck, he said, I don't have a 10-foot truck. He said, the only truck I have is this 26-foot truck. And he said, I have 4 of them on my lot, and I don't have room for any more trucks. So if y'all want to take one of those, I'll give it to you for the same size as the 10-foot. Well, Jeff used to drive a truck, so that was no problem. So we were like, okay, that's fine. And so we filled that 26-foot truck up all the way. It wasn't all the way to the top, but that truck was full. And that was just the first load. You don't realize how much stuff you have until you go to move, and then you're like, holy cow, how did I accumulate all of this? So we got that stuff moved. Well, then I spent the next week trying to finish packing everything else so that we could be ready for, because we were just going to get another U-Haul truck that next weekend to move everything to storage. Sorry, I'm probably not even on camera. I'm sorry about my camera setup. I know it's a little bit close, but this is the best I can do right now until I get everything kind of organized in my craft room. So I just really appreciate y'all bearing with me. through all of this craziness. So anyways, so I spent that whole week boxing stuff up and getting stuff ready, and then we were watching the weather, and it was supposed to pour down rain all day Saturday. And so Jeff was going to get off at like lunchtime on Friday, and Thursday night we discussed trying to get the truck on Friday instead of Saturday so that we didn't have to move in the rain. And I said, you know, will your guys that are going to help us move, because he hired a couple of the guys from the halfway house that their company has. So he hired a couple of those guys to come and help us move. And I asked him, I said, the guys that you got to help us last weekend, I said, do they have jobs? Do they have to work or anything? And he said, no. He said, one of them got a job. He said, but I think I can find another one. And I said, what do you think about trying to do it Friday afternoon after you get off of work versus Saturday when it's pouring the rain? And he said, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the better idea. So we decided we would do that. So on Friday, I went down to the house because we had been staying at Mom's, you know, and I was trying to get boxes unpacked here and kind of get things organized here too, in the middle of having to go back and forth, you know, to the other house and try and pack things there. So it was a little hectic, but it was okay, you know. And so I guess in the middle of all of it, I kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit because I guess from picking boxes up and things like that, you know. And so I think I'm going to turn this one this way so it'll be kind of straight on for that bottom. So anyways, so we kind of got it worked out to where we could get the guys on Friday instead of Saturday, because it was literally 100% chance of rain all day Saturday. So, so here we go. We start, again, they didn't have a 10-foot box truck. And so we wound up with another 26-foot box truck. And, not box truck, you know, one of the big trucks. And so here we go, loading it again. And we didn't get started till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon once we had to go, you know, once Jeff got off work, and then we had to go pick up the help, and because, you know, I don't know if they have cars there or whatever, but so we had to go pick them up. So anyways, so we get started about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we, you know, just start loading that truck. And now look, this pretty, this is vintage wrapping paper that I found. I think I found it at a thrift store. It's real pretty. But anyways, so we get it all loaded up, and let me tell you, it felt like it took an eternity to get everything loaded in that truck. You know, because you're tired. We've already been moving for a whole week, moving and packing and unpacking, and so we're kind of at the end of our road with it, so to speak. And I'm just going to lay this in right here. And so we get it all loaded and ready to come this way, and it's late. It's late at night. I mean, we worked all afternoon and evening. And so Jeff said, why don't you run by and grab us all a burger, and we'll meet you at Mom's. We'll eat real quick, and then we'll drive the truck over to the storage unit and get it unloaded and be done. And then excuse me, and then we had to drive those guys all the way back to Oak Ridge, which is, you know, a little over 35 miles away. So, you know, we had us a plan. We really did have us a plan. So we came to Mom's. I grabbed everybody a burger and came to Mom's. We ate real quick, and we unloaded there was just a couple of things left that needed to come here. So we unloaded those. And I can't even find my regular Mod Podge brushes, so that's why I'm using this sponge. But I still don't have everything where it needs to go, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So anyways, we get to the storage facility. I think it was like 10:03 when we got to the storage facility. And I punch in my gate code, and it beeped at me. And I thought, well, maybe I punched it in the wrong way. So I punched it in again, and it beeped at me. And I was like, oh, Lord. So I get out of the car, because it's hard to see on that little gate code thing. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to tear this, because I want to use some of this on here. So I got out of the car, bent down, and punched in my gate code again where I could see good, and it still beeped at me. And I got to thinking, and I thought, oh Lord, please, please don't tell me this gate code is not going to work. Well, I can't tell you. So Jeff gets out of the U-Haul truck and comes over there. What's wrong? And I said, I can't get the code to work. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. And I was like, no, it's not working. So he punched it in. I can't tell y'all how many times we punched that stinking gate code in. And so he was like, oh no, this is not gonna work. We're sitting here with a full 26-foot U-Haul truck of stuff that needs to go into this storage unit that we can't get into. We've already, we're paying these guys to help us. And we've got to have the U-Haul back at a certain time, So we're both starting to panic. And so he called the number for the storage facility, and of course nobody answered. It's Friday night at 10 o'clock. Nobody's going to answer. So wound up, we couldn't get in. And so we had to bring the U-Haul back to Mom's house and leave it here and drive those guys back to Oak Ridge and, let them go back home. And so we didn't know, what was going on, but Jeff was not happy well, neither one of us was happy, to say the least. Every storage facility I've ever used has always been a 24-hour storage facility. You use your gate code, you get in, you can go into your storage unit at whatever time of the day or night you need to. So we get up Saturday morning, and Jeff calls the storage people, and he was telling the man what happened, and the man was it was the owner of the storage facility, and he was very, very ugly to Jeff. Said a little cuss word to him, told him he wasn't gonna get in a B-word session with him. And Jeff was like, well, we were just, nobody told my wife that this was not a 24-hour facility. And he said, well, your wife didn't ask. Really, man? Jeff said, well, it wasn't, because I looked at the contract for the storage facility. I looked everywhere to see if I could find, what the hours were, or if there were, nothing. There was nothing in the contract. There was no signs at the storage facility that said, hey, these gates don't open after 10 or anything like that. So the guy was just really, really hateful to my husband. And I told him, I said, if we were not on a time crunch, the rest of our stuff would not be going in his storage facility. We would go get another storage facility and move what stuff we have in there over to the new one, because he was just that hateful and ugly to him. So anyways, now mind you, this is Saturday morning. It is pouring down raining, and we have no help. And y'all, I have a dresser that weighs a ton, an absolute ton, and then a chest of drawers that weighs a ton. So we look at each other and we're like, okay, we're just gonna have to suck it up and go do it. And so we didn't have time to go all the way back to Oak Ridge to get the guys to come and help us, because then we wouldn't have got it unloaded in time to have the U-Haul returned. We had till 2 o'clock to have the U-Haul returned. Thank goodness we had gotten the U-Haul later in the day on Friday, or we would have had to have it turned back in by 11 a.m. So anyways, here we go. We put on our raincoats, and because it was cold too. It was cold last weekend. So we put on our raincoats, and my rain boots are at the camper in Alabama, so I was like, my feet are going to be soaking wet. And Mom said, I've got some rain boots in the garage. So I went out to the garage and put her rain boots on. And so we headed over to the storage facility. And it took us, I don't know, we didn't get the U-Haul returned back. We were supposed to have it there by 2, and we got there at 1:50. And so it took us a while, just me and him, because it was another, like I say, it was another 26-foot truck that was filled to the brim with our stuff going in storage. And that was the load that had all of our big furniture on it. And so, you know, my shoulder had been bothering me, you know, from moving boxes and stuff. And so I picked up a twin box frame to our bed, because our bed's a king size bed, so you know it has the 2 twin box frames. And when I picked that sucker up and moved it, it hurt so bad in my left shoulder that I was standing in the middle of the U-Haul squalling. It hurt so bad, and Jeff turned around and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "That hurt really bad." And so, you know, I only let myself cry for just a split second, and then I was like, okay, suck it up, we got to get this done. And so, hang on, I got to find some more pages here. So, I kind of like this for here. I want some of this on here. So I said, just give me just a minute and I'll be okay. And he said, all right, well, let me, you know. And so, of course, from that point forward, he's trying to move all the heavy stuff by himself. And I'm like, well, you can't move all this stuff by yourself. We don't need both of us injured, you know. So, we get it unloaded, get it returned back to the U-Haul place. Oh, let me tell you, though, when we first got to the storage unit that morning, oh, y'all, we get into the storage unit and we come around our aisle, and see, I rented this storage unit without seeing it, because we were just I had been waiting on this one storage facility to have a unit to come open. And I'm sorry, y'all can't even see what I'm doing, can you? I apologize. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. So I had been waiting for like 3 or 4 weeks for this guy to call me and tell me he had one open. And, you know, time had run out. And so I just called this other storage facility and they had one available. So I rented it. I rented it without seeing it or anything. So it had, and I'm not complaining. I know these are first world problems, and there's lots of people out there who have problems and lots worse than this, you know. But it's just kind of, you know, we can look back at it now and laugh, but at the time it was not funny. So anyways, so we get to the storage facility, and it is, it's gravel. You know, it's not paved. It's not a paved lot or anything, which I was disappointed in. But, you know, my thought was, you know, beggars can't be choosy, and I desperately needed a storage facility, so, you know, we'll take what we can get. And so, you know, we had us a plan. We had us a moving plan, everything planned out. Nothing ever goes to plan, y'all, I'm telling you. I know y'all have had that experience, too. So, anyways, hang on, I'm trying to find some more pretties to add to our page here. Let's add one of these. So anyways, Saturday morning, we get to the storage facility in the pouring down rain, and we pull in and pull down the aisle that our storage unit is on. So it's all gravel. It's, you know, it's that big gravel. And we pull down the aisle, and y'all, I'm not kidding you, there was a 3 to 4 inch deep mud hole right in front of our storage unit where we had to unload. No other puddle on that aisle, just right in front of our storage unit. So, you know, here we are. We're trying to have a good attitude. We're already grumpy because we're going to have to do this by ourselves, and we're not young, you know. We're old. And so we're not looking forward to this. And so anyway, so we're like, okay, let's just do it and get it done. So we had to trudge through that big mud hole every time we brought something off the U-Haul. And it's pouring down. I'm telling you, it was literally pouring the rain. So anyways, we finally got that thing unloaded at about, I'm going to kind of put this towards the middle over here. Let me slide it over where y'all can see what I'm doing. So anyways, we, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, we got the U-Haul unloaded and got it turned in. And then U-Haul charged me $60 something extra for not having enough gas in it and overusing the mileage, which neither one was true because we had more gas in it than when we picked it up, and we didn't use all of the miles that they had given us. So then I had to call U-Haul and on Monday and get in touch with them and say, hey, you've overcharged me and you shouldn't have. So they did send me my money back though, so I was glad of that. But I'm telling you, that move was awful. It just about killed us both trying to move that dresser and chest of drawers. I mean, that thing is, I can't tell you, it probably weighs, I'd say a good 500 pounds because it's a good heavy duty set, and so we didn't think we was ever going to get that truck finished. But when we finally got it finished, I looked at him and held my fist up and we fist bumped, and I said, we make a good team, even though I was about to die because my shoulder was killing me. Hang on, let me get a drink. Okay, I just had to get a drink. So anyways, we got all of that done, and I'm thinking, okay, so this next coming up week, which was this past week for me, I can get things unpacked and get my craft room set up and get ready to, start doing videos again and get back to work. So, my shoulder was still sore. It was, hurting pretty good, but, so I rested all day Sunday and kind of took it easy, and then Monday I took it easy, and it was still hurting me pretty good, enough to where I knew I didn't need to use it a lot. I needed to give it time to, start feeling better and heal. So, so I thought, well, my daughter had called me the week before, and I could tell she was in a real bad spot. She was depressed. She was having some struggles. She's getting ready to start nursing school. Actually, she starts today. She's going to get her LPN. And so she was really, really struggling. She was having a hard time finding daycare. Every daycare she had tried to find, and she had been looking for weeks trying to find a daycare that would take the kids. And everybody had like I think she said a year-long wait list. And so she was kind of panicking, and she wanted me to come over and see if I could do some things to help her. She just needed her mama. And I couldn't go that week because, we were in the middle of moving, and I was trying to get everything packed up because you only have so much time with the, to have the U-Haul. And so I had to have everything ready for when the U-Haul got there. And so I told her, I said, I'll try to come spend some time with you next week and we'll get it figured out. And I'm just going to cut this straight on the bottom because I want it to line up with that. Let me see if I can. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off straight too. We'll make us a corner. So anyways, I thought, well, Tuesday I'll go spend some time with Brianna and see what I can do to kind of give her a pep talk and help her to kind of get in a better place with her daycare and all that. So Tuesday, I got up Tuesday morning and got ready and went to her house. And so I took her some lunch, and we had lunch together. And we worked a little bit on the daycare stuff, and we finally figured out something for her for daycare for now. So, you know, y'all know how that is, trying to find daycare and all of that. It can be real stressful. And so, so I was getting ready to come back home, and she's got the way her house is set up, I think they call it a split bedroom plan or a split, I can't remember. It's a split something. It's not a split foyer. But anyway, you come into her living room, and you can either go upstairs to the bedrooms, or you can go downstairs where she has her laundry room and another big room. And so you have to go upstairs to go to the restroom. And so I had went upstairs to the potty, and when I was coming back down the steps, y'all, my feet slid right out from under me, and I fell down them steps. And of course, I caught myself with the left hand, which is the hand that I do everything with too, by the way. And I'm telling you what, it hurts so bad, and I felt my shoulder pop. And of course, she jumps up and runs over to me, you know, in the midst of, Brenna's one of those people, if you fall, she can't help it. She's going to laugh. I mean, it just is a natural reaction for her. And I know that about her, so it didn't hurt my feelings. I knew it was coming. But, I mean, of course, when I first saw her face, she had this look of horror on her face. And then, of course, she started, you know, giggling. And of course, the whole time she's laughing, she's apologizing to me for laughing. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be laughing. And anyways, it was funny, but not at the time. And now it's really not funny because I am messed up, y'all. I'm telling you. I can't hardly, I know I'm using my left hand, but I'm not moving it a whole lot. My shoulder hurts me so bad. And not only do I hurt in my shoulder, now I think I messed up a vertebrae or a disc or something in my neck. And then, of course, when I landed on my left hip. So I told Jeff, I was like, it's like the whole left side of my body don't want to work. So that's why it has took me so much longer to get back to y'all and to be able to start doing videos again, because I'm injured and I'm trying to get better. But this might take me a minute, so y'all bear with me. And so I had a lot of, I've gotten a lot of messages and emails and things like that with people saying, you know, I know you're moving, but I didn't expect you to be gone this long, and I just wanted to check on you and make sure you was okay. So I thought I needed to come on here and do a video and say, hey y'all, I'm still alive. I'm just injured, and I'm trying to give myself time to heal and time to get back to being able to function and use my left hand. But it might take me a minute because it's pretty bad. I may wind up having to go to a chiropractor. I'm not sure. So yes, that was my move story. I know that was a long story. And we hadn't got a whole lot done in our collage because I've just run my mouth. But the whole point is, was just to kind of get in touch with y'all and let y'all know what's going on, so that you don't think I've abandoned you. I've not abandoned you. I am still here. Because I have been injured, I have not been able to unpack as quickly as I thought I was going to be able to get everything unpacked and get it organized and stuff to where, you know, where you feel like you can function and, you know, feel like you're normal. And so I have had to sit around a lot, which I do not do well with at all. I am not a sit around type person, you know, especially a person with ADD. We don't do well sitting around and being idle. So it has been very hard. I still don't have my craft room situated. I have it somewhat situated. I mean, I have my desk here and I can sit down and do little projects like this, you know, but I have to be careful because I came in here because I know I've got people waiting on folio journals because, you know, right before I started packing everything up, I had put those folio journals in the shop, and I had a lot of people that was disappointed because they didn't get one, and I promised people, you know, that I would make some more after I got moved, and I'm going to, and I started making them a couple of days ago, but I can only do a little bits at a time before it starts hurting real bad, so I'm just having to take it easy, and oh man, it's killing me that I can't get up and do what I want to do. Y'all know how that is. So, but anyways, I had people sending me messages and stuff, checking in on me, and you know, they telling me they didn't think it would take this long, and so I'm sorry it is taking as long as it's taken. But you know, I'm so graceful and had to fall down the steps, so it has kind of delayed me being able to get back to business and get back to my regularly scheduled programming, I guess is what you could call it. So that's where we are with it. I am having to really baby pretty much the whole left side of me. My left shoulder and my neck and my hip and all of that good stuff. So I think it was on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, when I fell down the steps. So I'm still trying to recuperate and heal from that. I'm hoping it's not going to take a whole lot more longer, but you know, when you're trying to get over a fall or something like that, it seems like it's a forever long process, and it takes forever for you to be able to get past it. Okay, we're at 30 something minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and I think what I'm going to do is just finish this up, and then we'll be done with this video. So I guess what I'm trying to tell y'all is I don't know how often I'll be able to do a video for the next week or so, because I do need to really try to take it easy on my shoulder and on my body so that it can heal as quickly as possible so that I can get back to normal, because I don't like this at all. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know I haven't abandoned you. I haven't forgotten you. I am trying to work a little bits at a time, but I still have boxes everywhere. I still have laundry everywhere. Oh my goodness, I still have stuff everywhere. So I'm having to just pack a box or two and sit down and let it rest, and then unpack another box or two and sit down and let it rest. So yes, graceful Diane has messed herself up. So y'all just forgive me that it's having to take me so long to be able to get back into working order. I'm going to put a little piece I need something right here. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, because, I mean, y'all have seen the collaging before and stuff. I just was trying to do something while I was chit-chatting with y'all. So anyways, if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment box below. And just if y'all can just bear with me a little bit longer, I'm sorry. But it is what it is, and there's not anything I can do about it, and I can't make it heal any faster than what it's healing. So I don't know how often I'll be able to have a video. I'm going to try my best to get some videos uploaded, or you know, get some made, but it's just going to be a slow process for me. So y'all hang in here with me just a little bit longer, and as soon as I get better, we will get back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, well, thank y'all for watching. If you're still here with me, thank you for listening to me babble on for 30 minutes and tell y'all all of the fun, crazy stories and things that happened to us during our move. So I will see y'all in the next video. I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.